Hello and welcome to the podcast that asks, are you movie mad? I'm Andrew Jones, the guy to take you through the realm of cinema with me.
Johnny Ellis.
He is proclaiming to be movie mad. I perpetually do not believe him, because every time I ask him, like this film, ? He'll go, what film? I don't know, it's Teach Me Your Way. So I'm essentially grooming you cinematically. And in many other ways.
It's always on my list.
Oh.
My never-ending list.
My kiss is on your list. So today, we are achieving happiness.
Yep.
Todd Solondz's happiness.
I literally know nothing about this.
I love this, but you've seen Wiener Dog.
I've seen Wiener Dog.
It's really annoying because I'm desperate to watch this film.
And if anything, Wiener Dog didn't get me in the mood to watch more Todd Solondz.
Okay. Did you watch Dark Horse?
I feel like I think last year
Christopher Walken was in it. Idina Menz. No, Donna Murphy. Sorry.
No, I watched a couple of films with horse in the title last year, and they were like
Zoo. You watched Zoo about man who gets fucked by a horse.
They're in the same sort of time frame as well. But one was a documentary about a racehorse.
Ooh, which one?
Can't remember.
It's the Secretariat was starring BoJack Horseman. It's not a documentary. It's an acclaimed Academy Award nominated. No, it didn't get nominated film.
But yeah, with happiness, after Wiener Dog, I just didn't sort of get it, and maybe this will make me a fan of Todd Solondz, and maybe I want to go back over Wiener Dog after this. And I'm hoping that's what happens.
See, I'm interested because Dark Horse was so unlike the Todd Solondz I know.
Right.
And I'm interested because Life During Wartime, the pseudo-sequel to Happiness, was kind of like Happiness, but also felt like it was a different step for Todd Solondz. So I'm wondering if he's gone in a different direction, like if he's found some happiness himself at this point, and he's stopped being so morbid, nasty, and mean, or trying to be even more nasty and mean. And, Wiener Dog is the next step, and is completely different to everything we know. Or if it's like, oh, yeah, this is the Todd Solondz I'm comfortable with, that Happiness has provided, and I'll find out when we've seen
I don't
the
want to
film.
say anything to spoil it for you, because I know
but after this film, I'll ask you again, is this like Wiener Dog? Pardon me, that was a horrible burp. I am a professional podcaster.
It's okay, it's on record now.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only burp I've ever done, which I'm pretty proud of, it's recorded, because there are some things you do for the first time, and they don't get recorded. Right, Johnny?
Some things, yeah. I always make sure to record.
You're of a generation. You are part of the Bang Gang.
I remember that's what kicked off London Film Festival for me.
Oh, kicked off a lot of things for me. Oh, God.
So, happiness.
Oh, yeah, no, we found it. So, we've got the DVD menu playing in front of us, which is very comic book, animated, strange visual look to it. And I've got the DVD case in front of me. And I'm going to hand it over to Johnny.
Right, it looks very comic booky. I assume it's not based on a comic book.
The hard 18 might suggest similarly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an 18 as well, which is interesting.
Do you know about the rating of this film?
No.
Okay, in America, it was going to be an NC-17.
Right.
But that would mean commercial death. It wouldn't get played in any cinemas, so they just went unrated and released it that way and tried to make it some sort of hit that way, because it could never get an R, apparently. I don't see why. Maybe you'll see why. Are you excited what that could be? What material am I going to elicit you this early on a Saturday morning?
So, we've got Philip Seymour Hoffman, who's looking very sweaty, sat on a couch with... I don't know who that is.
It's a woman all in black.
It's a woman all in black.
Jenny Cash.
Jenny. I'm sold. And
Lord,
right down in the bottom, we've got a host of different cartoon characters. We've got Philip Seymour Hoffman as a comic book character with three little beads.
3 beads, sweat, my friends.
And I'm assuming that's the woman in black, although her hair's more curly than the woman in black, and she's wearing white.
So that can't be the woman in black. Is there someone on that
cover?
cover?
Oh, no, behind her.
You found the woman in black.
It's like, where's Wally?
This is the Todd Solondz's Where's Wally?
So
he's in the back masturbating.
Between the woman in black and the woman with curly hair, is a man, and he looks familiar. He looks like, I can't remember the name of the character or the actor.
Well,
But,
you might find it on the back of the cover, to be honest. There's a building block.
I don't really want to
Well,
spoil myself.
I figured the building block isn't really a spoiler because that's not going to tell you anything about the film except the actors who are in it and you
Would
already
it
see
be
the cover.
Dylan Baker?
Dylan Baker, you've got it right.
He is from
Star Trek?
Star Trek.
Yes, he's
Star
from
Wars.
Star Wars. He played the lizard in Star Wars.
Yeah, that's
Because
it.
they realised after Disney kind of got the rights to Spider-Man, he got jerked over from never playing the lizard. They'll give him the role in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That's sensible. That's
He'll
how it's
fit.
done. Yeah, exactly. You know what? A giant lizard. That's nothing new in the Star Wars universe. He's just, a businessman.
See, I don't think if I hadn't known that Philip Seymour Hoffman was in this, I don't think I would have.
Pulled it from the picture.
Yeah,
and
from the
artistic
cartoon.
interpretation.
But I did from.
Dylan Baker's got that face.
Yeah.
He's got that beautiful, strange face.
There's also a weird, creepy guy sort of behind Philip Seymour Hoffman with a
Who
mustache.
could that be?
I don't know. It looks like a really bad impression of I am blanking on the name.
Give me some details and I'll try and give you your name.
Fargo. Reservoir Dogs.
Who could be a Fargo and Reservoir Dogs? Who could also be in Pulp Fiction?
Yeah.
I mean...
What's his name? What is his name?
Who could know? Who could know what Lizard Eyes would be his name for?
Ah, Steve Buscemi. That was
Steve
it.
Buscemi?
Buscemi.
God damn it.
Buscetti.
Steve
Buscemi.
Spaghetti. He is a superhero. He's Spaghetti Man!
He looks like a very, very bad I think just because of the moustache, really.
Oh yeah, you've got the whole goatee realm of Star Trek going on here. It's Evil Steve.
But yeah, other than that, there's no one else I kind of recognise.
I'm disappointed because there's someone to the right of the woman in white and black who I kind of hoped you might recognise, but I guess if you don't recognise him, you'll see him and you go, oh, it's that guy. And if you don't know if it's that guy, then I'm going to be very
I did
sad
notice
for
a
you.
name on here. Hold on. Jared Harris?
No. No, I'm excited to see where he is in this film because I don't recall him being in this film because he wasn't famous last time I watched it.
Which one of the two is it? The man with the
Golden Gun. Yes, Christopher Walken.
the man with the just upside down smile.
The frown, yeah.
Yeah.
Which,
Or that.
That's what an upside down smile was in my generation. What I'm talking about, which because people are trying to put it down. Why don't they just fade away? There's quotes on the back. Do you want to read some of the quotes? Read the first 3 quotes.
Brilliant.
Right.
Enemy. Brilliant. Film review.
And
brilliant. Dazed and confused.
I think this film's okay.
Superb. The year's finest comedy drama.
Spoiler.
Says The Times. Extraordinary. Extraordinary.
From Sight and Sound.
Sight and Sound.
She went Essex over it, thank you.
Wickedly
Dangerous
Wickedly
from John
Dangerous.
Travolta. Is that still a reference people will go for? I mean, that feels
I do.
dated and confused.
I remember I changed my name to, they had the John
The
Travolta.
Generator.
Yeah. I changed my name to...
Flurben Schnurgermeiser.
What was it? I can't remember what they... I think it was...
Jared Harris. That was your name.
I think my first name was Jack or something. And then I tweeted a radio show or something, and they read my name out as Jack. And I was like, wait, no. John Travolta was hosting the show.
Well, he does that quite frequently. He likes to get on the radio and speak his mind. Guys, Scientology is not a cult.
And
Praise Zena.
Rolling Stone says it's unmissable.
It doesn't say it's unmissable, it just says unmissable.
Unmissable, yeah.
As if, the deadline was unmissable. And thus review had to be done. And they incorporated the editor's note into the review. Anything else before we start? What do you reckon this film is about? Because we haven't even established what you think happiness is.
What do I think happiness is?
Wow.
Philip Seymour Hoffman, I think the sweatiness is a big part. I mean, look at the DVD cover.
It's there.
The sweat is rolling down him.
Pouring down him. There looks like tears from there, because one of them's
Yeah.
coming down his eye, one of them's going down his flot sweat area.
And there's also a bug that keeps walking around, which confused me at first, because I actually thought it was on the screen.
Aha, well done 1998 DVD mastering. You've confused someone in 2016.
There it is. It's crawling around.
This is live. We're doing this live. Oh my goodness. What an exciting moment. There is a bug
gone. So I have a feeling the bug's got to be a thing.
It's a key character.
It's a key character.
Vincent D'Onofrio. He's back.
It's the character we follow throughout the film.
He goes from place to place, bugging out. That's the sequel to this film. It was originally called Bugging Out. And then it was called A Bug's Life. Then it was called Ants. Then it was called The Reef 2.
But yeah, I've got nothing. I've no idea what it's going to be about. I have a feel. It looks like comic books are going to work into the story somehow. Like maybe he's a comic book writer.
Right.
Or something. Or an artist.
Okay. I'm going to write these stuff down.
Yeah, Philip Seymour Hoffman, I'd say, would be.
Right,
and maybe the lizard guy.
Lizard
guy. Lizard guy is his boss. He looks very bossy.
What about Evil Steve Buscemi?
Evil Steve Buscemi could be a neighbour or something.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think he's part of the work crew.
So why is it an 18? What would give it an adult rating?
Do we get to see Philip Seymour Hoffman having sex?
What is this? Before the Devil Knows You're Dead? That's coming soon.
Yep, that will be coming soon.
Oh, just like Philip Seymour Hoffman, too soon. Coming too soon. Oh
yeah, I forgot.
Don't forget, never forget.
But
Hunger Games didn't forget. They just had to awkwardly have Woody Harrelson give Jennifer Lawrence a letter written from him. Like,
yeah,
hey, here's Philip Seymour Hoffman's character wrap up. You read it. No, you read it. Okay, fine. I'll get an Oscar out of this. Didn't.
If Wiener Dog is anything to go by, do you know anything about Wiener Dog?
I know that there's a dog on the poster, and Danny DeVito's in it, and Greta Gerwig is in it. That's it.
You don't know about how it's presented?
Nope.
Okay. I don't want to say then. But yeah, if Wiener Dog is anything to go by, it'll be presented in that same storytelling style.
Will it be presented in the same storytelling style as Todd Solondz' storytelling?
Does he have a film called Storytelling?
He does.
Really?
Paul Giamatti and Selma Blair. Oh, it's split in fiction and non-fiction.
Does he have actors that stay with him? Like
Selma Blair's popped up a couple of times.
Selma Blair. Is she in this?
No.
No.
But I mean, the whole thing is with Life During Wartime, and I think Wiener Dog is meant to be like a pseudo sequel to Welcome to the Dollhouse, or that was what it was doing when it was production. I don't know if it stayed. Was it same characters, different cast? Was the way it goes around. So he's kind of more like, let's see what I can do with other people. And so the cast he gets each time is kind of like, wow, these people want to work with him. They love his films, and I guess they're willing to do just about anything. I'm excited for you to see what I mean when you see this one. And then when you see Life During Wartime coming soon.
I have a feeling I've got it completely wrong with the comic book, but it's just kind of been shoved in our face at the moment with the DVD menu and the cover.
Sure.
That it feels like the only step
but
forward.
Why isn't the one thing you mentioned maybe sex, but anything else? Because sex would still get you a 15 unless you're doing hard penetration.
I'd say probably just the swearing. I'd say
swearing would get it unrated or NC-17.
Enough of it, I'd say.
Like 50 C words. Is that what we're talking here? Okay.
Maybe. Because I can't. It doesn't look like that. It'll be one with a lot of violence.
It doesn't look like that. No.
No.
There's no Rambo style. I'm not going to spoil Rambo for you because that's also coming soon. Gosh darn it, that's my go-to for all the violence in the world.
Plus, it's happiness. I mean, violence isn't happy.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless you're Jared Leto.
What do you know about the TV series Happiness, starring Paul Whitehouse?
Nothing.
Oh, wow.
I've never even heard of it.
Also rated 18 when it came to DVD. Wonderful TV series.
Maybe just the rating boards don't like happiness.
They don't.
They're in their offices going, what's this one?
Oh,
no.
This is about happiness? It says penis in the title. Take it out. Take it out.
But yeah, that's all I've got for now.
Okay. Are you excited? Because I have to mention this is 2.25 hours long.
Yes, I did notice the length.
It's a hefty length. The penis is a hefty length. I'm an adult.
I am excited. I can see. I hope it will keep me excited for 2.25 hours, which is a
hard job.
Yeah.
Someone's got to do it.
Someone's got to do it.
Oh boy, this is...
This is going to be fun.
I mean, when we come back, we're going to be a lot the same, I'm sure. Or we'll be completely changed.
Do you have an idea of what my reaction's going to be?
No, this is the one I've been waiting for a long time, because I wanted to watch it with you. I want to see this unfold in front of you and see how you react to certain things. I'm just fascinated on how people do react to this film.
I just noticed on the DVD cover, on the DVD menu rather, it says extra happiness.
That's the TV spots and a trailer. I checked it earlier. That's the only extra features. It even says it on the front, plus extra features, trailer and TV spot. Apostrophe S.
It says it again on the back, doesn't it?
Trailer 2 minutes, TV spot 1 30 seconds, TV spot 2 30 seconds.
I thought they had it in sticker format, like like they do on the front.
No, but it does say TV spot apostrophe S, and that really is quite annoying. Because it's not the spots of the TV. Or the TV spot something. There is a wild apostrophe on 1999's Entertainment DVD cover. Bad form, Entertainment DVD. Very bad form.
Shall we start?
Let's go and enjoy.
I'm raring to go.
You're raring for happiness.
Yeah.
Let's find you a slice of happiness. I think you've earned it. We'll be back after we've experienced happiness.
People are always putting New Jersey down, but that's just because they don't get it. I'm living in a state of irony.
How's it going? She only knew how I felt, but she doesn't even know I exist. I bore people. Who is that boring person, they think? I've never before met anyone so boring. I have nothing.
Sometimes I wonder if any of your patients can talk to you.
I should tape some for you.
Oh, Bill, would you? Would you really? So I could listen too?
No.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you.
But I'm not laughing.
Gonna find it, gonna find it, gonna find my happiness.
Oh, that was happiness. Johnny, I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
Would you ever fuck me?
I don't know what he was upset about. I couldn't tell whether he was upset that his dad wouldn't, or...
That's not the answer I was hoping for, Johnny. Would you fuck me?
Oh, man, that was, Yeah, I didn't... I can't read that.
Yeah, my handwriting's terrible, I know. Johnny, would you ever fuck me?
Yeah, that was different.
No, I jerk off instead.
No.
That was going to be the greatest opening for this podcast ever, but no, you've decided not to write the wonderful writing of Dylan Baker down. Happiness, where are you? I haven't got a clue. Happiness, where are you? What am I going to do?
When we saw the massacre, the gun massacre,
the opening,
I thought, oh well, that's why it's an 18, probably
because it's going to build further and further, kind of thing, or even just that.
Even if it was just that, I thought maybe that was what
controversial at the time, just before, just around the Columbine.
Yeah, I was thinking it might have been around that time.
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe that was it. Not thinking that it would go into
Garth Marenghi's dark place.
Yeah.
So, Todd Solondz's 1998 ensemble comedy drama Happiness. 2 hours, 14 minutes long. Doesn't feel... I thought it flowed really nicely. I was surprised.
It does flow nicely, actually.
Because it's got a lot of stop-starts. It's got a lot of characters to fill in, which always helps with an ensemble. There's some character storylines we don't necessarily need to see. Hello, Ben Gazzara in Florida.
Yeah.
That's kind of a non-event.
Yeah.
That is really wasting time.
Poor John Lovitz.
Aha! I'm in this film. Oh.
He gets the first scene, and then he gets
a wonderful monologue.
Yeah.
I mean, he gets to
That's
act.
Perfect.
How often does John Lovitz get to act? Buller, Crow, and this.
He can do breakups really well, can't he?
I've had so many.
Because as I was watching it, I just couldn't stop thinking of Friends. Have you seen him in Friends?
Not for a long time. You'll have to remind me on that one.
I
find love.
I think it was Rachel he's going out with.
Oh boy, that's not going to last long.
Someone sets him up with her because they know he's awful, and they don't want the date to go well. And he just puts himself down at every possible line of dialogue. And he was also in it before that as well, playing a different character. He was a
My evil twin.
He was a possible boss for Monica, and he visits her apartment and he's high and he just starts eating everything in her
Right.
kitchen.
Well, this has already led to an interesting idea. Jonathan,
Yeah.
there are 3 sisters. There are 3 friends who are girls. Which one's which?
Which one? What in the
Of,
film?
of happiness, which sister is which friend?
Oh right. Okay, I would say that
There's only one right answer, let's face it.
Philip Seymour Hoffman's.
Well, the girls.
Yeah.
Oh, right, sorry.
Philip
Right.
Seymour Hoffman's
Helen.
roommate. Well, not roommate. Yeah. Helen.
Laura Flynn Boyle.
She feels very Monica to
Okay.
me. No.
No,
What would you have
I'm
said?
interested in seeing how you go first, and then I'll go, because I've got my clear answer, and I was surprised. Now you've got Joy and Trish.
Yeah.
Jane
Joy.
Adams is Joy.
Yeah. Joy would be. Joy doesn't really fit. Oh, she would fit Ross,
Okay.
but she wouldn't fit any of the female ones.
So
And Trish. Trish didn't have that as much an effect on me. She was just sort of there to enhance Lizard Man. I can't remember his name.
So you're saying that Trish is Gunther?
Yes.
Or possibly Marcel?
Yes.
Or one of those two?
Yeah.
Right, well, here's the correct answer, because
Okay.
you've got it completely wrong.
Right.
But Helen, Laura Flynn Boyle, is obviously Rachel.
Rachel.
Go-getter, obsessed
Yeah.
about her looks, doesn't really care about anyone else.
Right.
Trish
yeah.
is Monica, the stay-at-home kind of, what has these big ideas, but is also very kind of like the house mommy type situation.
Yeah.
And Joy is definitely Phoebe. She's kooky, she's crazy, she plays a freaking guitar.
Well, I was thinking Phoebe, but I just thought she was too quiet for Phoebe. She was too. Do you know if she reminds you've never seen Green Wing, have you?
I've seen bits of it, but why would I want to sit through more than 10 minutes?
She reminds me of a character in Green Wing, one of the sort of receptionist girls,
Ooh.
curly haired,
Well,
really
let's...
quiet.
Who?
I can't remember.
Let's hit up my big friend from the pub, IMDb. He's got all the information. He's got all the information you could ever want to know. This is exciting. We're all going to go on here and type in the words green and wing.
Right.
Ooh.
Let's see. She's not a huge character.
By the way,
so
I've rated it 1 out of 10 on IMDb. That's how much I hated
Oh wow!
Green Wing.
Oh,
It's atrocious. It is. Funky hospital-based sketch comedy drama type show. As in, it's got nothing and no reason to bloody well exist and should never have existed and was a waste of everyone's time.
Nick Frost was apparently in it playing Just a Man.
Oh, wow, that sounds like a funny character name. I'm so laughy hardy hars.
Hold on, I couldn't find it now.
Oh
Green
my
Wing.
goodness. Is it nurse phone sex? Or
No.
lodger nurse prostitute?
Martin
'Cause-
Deers.
These are all character names. Wow, this is a cavalcade of humans who exist in the UK comedy world and waste everyone's time.
Relationships, right, here we go. Do you wanna...
Oh my goodness, you're on Wikipedia.
Storyline? Yeah.
Guys, we're going deep on Green Wing. This is it. Let's really hatch it out. So,
Karen.
she reminds you of Karen from Green Wing, the
Karen.
classic character everyone is
Karen
talking
from Green
about
Wing.
today. Played by...
Played by... She was in quite a few episodes. I just said Karen Bolt. Yeah, there we go. Oh, she doesn't even have a picture.
Oh no! Not even got a picture on IMDb.
Lucinda Rakes. In the Loop.
Well,
Star.
that was what's the kind of climax that you really, really like, but then you realise it's got an evil twin? That was an anticlimax.
Well, that's who
Climaxing.
she reminds me of.
Climaxing or happiness. Turns out, this film, there's only one way to true happiness. Johnny, do you want me to show you? Do you want me to
It
measure
was... I mean, it was good. I did enjoy myself. But I, felt
I
like,
saw.
But I felt like I shouldn't be.
It's really fucked up.
Yeah, and it was... It feels horrible to think that I was sort of rooting for Lizard Man. What is his name?
My name's Bill Maplewood. It doesn't say Bill Maplewood on the back.
No.
It says Dr. William Maplewood, psychiatrist.
Dylan Baker. Yeah, I was rooting for Dylan Baker. That felt wrong. That felt so very wrong. But it was. I just wanted.
You know what, Johnny? It felt so very, very right. Now, I'm saying this as I've done this before. Go back and watch the Spider-Man trilogy.
Oh my god.
Where were you, Peter? Peter, I'm worried about you. Peter, do you want to come to my lab? Peter, would you like a tuna fish sandwich?
Oh. So, was his plan to
Peter, I
drug
want to
his
see
family?
your webbing.
His plan. He planned to
So-
drug his family, right? Or was that just
Hold
pure
up.
accident?
Hold up.
Sorry.
We've got a ways to go first. We have... That is surprisingly early in the film, I thought.
Yeah.
It felt like, I didn't realise this scene comes so early. But nope. We've got a while to get before that.
Right. So John Lovitz gets dumped.
John Lovitz is crying before the credits, before the titles even appeared.
And he's brought Joy, who's dumped him, a present.
A
I
Gainsborough reproduction ashtray.
I thought it was a dog bowl at first.
It does,
It does
look like a dog
yeah.
bowl or something like that. It's kind of a useless gift.
Yeah, but she seemed happy with it.
It's coated in gold.
Yeah.
It's got that going, 24 carat.
Yeah.
Yeah, proper high quality stuff.
I was so happy for him to snatch it away, because as he was giving it to us, like, please, come on. I just wanted that to happen.
You want
and
this sad sack to win.
Joy of joys, he did.
It's not for you. It's for the woman who loves me.
Now he's got to find another woman called Joy.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Turns out he chooses to go the other way.
I thought he was going to be revealed to be the night doorman.
Pedro.
Yeah.
Hello. Welcome to the house. Come on, Philip Seymour Hoffman. I heard your phone call last night. It was very interesting. I really want to fuck her. I want to
Yeah.
fuck her. I want to make her come out of her mouth.
Yeah. So we get Philip Seymour Hoffman.
We have
After
Philip
the
Seymour
title.
Hoffman, kindly explaining his needs,
His
wants,
hobbies.
his thoughts,
Yeah.
his desires.
While
What does he say?
he wants to
Johnny.
fuck someone and for the cum to come out their ears or eyes, was it?
It starts with the mouth.
Mouth.
First time mouth,
Mouth,
then
that was it.
on the phone he chooses to say
That was
ears.
it. Yeah.
He has different orifices he wants the semen to protrude out of. At one point it's nose, at one point he says he wants to come so hard it goes out of the sewers of New York City and the Ghostbusters have to fight it. It's really weird. That was really strange turn of events. And something that actually happens and Dan Aykroyd's there. Filling up his crystal skulls with this beautiful juice that, and calling it dog wine. Because dogs apparently love it. Oh. And yeah, he's talking to a psychiatrist.
Who is Lizard Man. That's
Or
his
is it
name
Man?
from now on.
Is that officially his name?
Yeah.
Did he take his acting roles since then? It was TV's Drive on Fox, starring Nathan Fillion, Melanie Linsky, Emma Stone, and Lizard Man.
Yeah.
Wow. How did that show get cancelled after 3 episodes?
I'd never even heard of that.
No one has. I sat through it all. I really enjoyed it. Emma Stone played Lizard Man's daughter. She was listed in the credits. He was not, because he was expected to die of quickly and to leave her having to drive the car to win the races and make her become a woman. Yeah, but they didn't get that far, so he never died in the show.
She never became a woman.
She never became a woman. Emma Stone, if you're out there, I can meet you. I know how now. Todd Solondz has taught me. Jesus Christ. Right.
Right, so
Dylan Baker has dreams.
yeah,
He's
Dylan
bored.
Baker has
And he's
dreams.
dreams.
Well, he's listing off all the shit he has to do after work.
Because he's living this bored life and he knows
Yeah.
that Philip Seymour Hoffman's a boring patient. He has nothing to say. He's got to pick up the dog. He's got to look after the kids. He's got to call the plumber.
Yeah.
He's got to do all that stuff.
And then he dreams later on, a bit later. That's his like sort of next
thing you see is da 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 da, beautiful paradise of a valley of grass and people and a gay couple. Everyone's lovely.
Yeah.
Lock and load. It's Lizard Man, and Spider-Man is nowhere near to save everyone, and so he's going full Paul Giamatti.
Yeah. So when that happened, I was like, all right, now I understand.
I mean, when we see someone who massacres an entire park, we all understand.
Yeah.
I mean, we get where they're coming from. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
You're pro-terrorism.
Yeah. I mean, once those two guys held hands, it was
I mean, you were like, you saw Star Trek Beyond, you were like, no! How dare you! This is vile! Gene Roddenberry would never have that! Zulus have never been gay. It's a proud race.
Oh, I'd like a race of Zulus. Wouldn't that be fun? A whole planet full of Zulus.
Hello, my. It'd be really annoying very quickly. Because you know they'd say it in unison. And every time they pass each other, they go, oh my. And everyone will be on Facebook the entire time selling memes, and it'd be the most embarrassing experience. Your social media on that planet would be hell. No, thank you. Oh my.
So, the three main sort of storylines are Joy.
Phoebe.
Phoebe.
I'm trying to connect this film to the kids. The kids love the Friends.
Philip Seymour Hoffman's character, who is called
Alan.
No wonder I didn't remember it. It's
Yeah.
It's got a.
Who my friend down the pub IMDb says apparently Jack Black was approached for the role at one point.
Wow.
I'm gonna make you come. Bow.
Is there,
Skadoosh!
Is there audition tapes for that?
I don't think it was an audition situation. I think he was approached on the street by Todd Solondz and goes, "You look fat." And then you can say the word "come" a bunch of times. Look at me in my movie. And then he invented the post-it note.
If this was remade, then who would take his role? My first thought would be Jonah Hill.
Just because of weight.
Yeah, I mean, if that's...
Hey everyone, I'm gonna make you come. It's like fucking right here.
If that's what we're going for.
That would be the... Oh, no, you know what? Idris Elba. Idris Elba. And you know who would play Jared Harris? Idris Elba. What I'm saying is, Idris Elba could play every role, and he would make it so distinctive, everyone would go and watch it and say, wow, this is great. And he'd rap over the credits.
Like this generation's Eddie Murphy.
That's racist. This generation's Peter Sellers. Okay? And he would definitely brown up to recreate the party. It'd be great. Idris Elba in brownface. Could you imagine? Is that not cool to say anymore? Because that's the title of my one-man show, Idris Elba in brownface. And I come out, and everyone's very disappointed. They're also wearing white hoods the entire row, and then putting their fists up in the air going, "Heil." I think I might have missold my show.
That's how you say hello in German, isn't it?
Yes, Heil.
That's how they always say it in the movies.
Whenever I go to Germany, I find I'm walking past a lot of white people saying Heil to me, and I feel that's good.
Yeah.
There's a connection. I now understand the German language.
You got to click your heels as well, but
3 times.
yeah.
Yeah. And then I have to ask if they'd ever fuck me, and they have to tell me they can just jerk off instead. It's great. Great repartee we have with the Germans. I love the Germans, and they love me back, and they show it very much.
So right, we've got
Cocktoberfest.
we've got Alan, we've got Joy, and then we've got Lizard Man. Are the 3 main sort of storylines, and everyone, and they all sort of link in
Because of sisters.
Yeah.
The family connection.
Yeah.
Keep it in the family.
Which I quite liked, because
it can be boring if it's not the family. You know, you love keeping it in the family.
Well, it could have easily been just 3 separate stories.
It could have been 4 separate stories.
Yeah.
We're forgetting Ben Gazzara. No one should ever forget Ben Gazzara.
Ben Gazzara.
Lenny, the father. I don't know who played the woman, but you know, it's Ben Gazzara.
Yeah.
The bad guy from Roadhouse, coming soon.
Are we talking about the kid now?
Yes, we're talking about the kid. The kid, a decade and a bit before, was trying to kill Patrick Swayze, and Sam Elliott had to come in and help. That kid was Benjamin Button. Fucking idiot. Benjamin Button spent half the film being a bodyguard for a really shitty bar and having to kick a bunch of people in the face and rip throats out with Sam Elliott. That film. Take out the Kate Blanchett as a ballerina, Tilda Swinton as a spy stuff, and just put that in there.
What film are we talking about? Is that Roadhouse?
We're talking about Roadhouse and The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. And I'm saying, if you took The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, you know, the opening sequence to set up that he's aging backwards, the ending sequence to set up he's dying backwards, and then have Roadhouse in the middle of it for an hour and 45 minutes.
Roadhouse is one we need to...
I know, that's coming soon. I do know that. I did also mention that. But what I'm saying is, cut 40 minutes out of The Curious Case of Benjamin Button immediately, take it down to 2 hours, but those 2 hours are opening of that film, ending of that film, and Roadhouse in the middle. Fucking perfect film. Brilliant. I would watch the hell out of that. Because
I'm
Roadhouse...
interested in Roadhouse now.
You should be, because Roadhouse is brilliant. And it will make you so excited for what Patrick Swayze will do in the future. Oh. Oh. Happiness. So, the family connection, the ensemble.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked how it all linked together.
Writing was on point, on fleek, you might say, if you're a generation who's not me. Am I correct? Becky with the good hair, is that your thing? I'm hip. I know Instagram stories. I downloaded Prism app. Yeah, I'm cool.
Who is your favourite of the three main acts of the film?
Are you kidding me? There's only one. There's only one that wins out everything.
Go on.
Let's say in unison. 3,
Oh.
2... Let's try that better, because Philip Seymour Hoffman is not a number. He is not the prisoner. But if he was, he would actually be Robbie the Bouncing Ball. In unison, we'll say our favourite part of the film. 3, 2, 1. Rape the children. Right.
I gotta admit, it was the most interesting of the three.
Techniques, I mean, details.
It
I mean,
was
you were
just-
right. Yeah, I looked at your notebook and it is just full of things. Also, John Lovitz has no H in it. How dare you? How dare you put an H in John Lovitz's name?
It does have a H, but it's melded in with the end. This is how my handwriting is.
No, his name has an H there.
Yeah.
You've written down an H in John Lovitz's name.
Oh yeah, it does
You're a
have
sick
an H.
bastard.
Oh. Yeah.
The one thing he
I just
prides himself
realised
is he has no H in his body. He has an H in his name.
We have to talk about the big quote of the film.
We do have to talk about Kevin. What's the big quote of the film?
We both wrote it down at the exact same time. Do you want to say it in unison?
I would love to hear.
Together?
I want to hear you say it because I think coming out of your mouth, everything that comes out of your mouth. And speaking of coming out of your mouth,
You'll come one day. You'll come one day, son.
That'll do, pig. That'll do. James Cromwell as a farmer teaching children to come. He'll win an Oscar for that as well. Oh, hi, babe. Go on, whack it one. Oh, it's a squirrely one, isn't it? Got a spiral going on. Oh, it's a hard one to do. Use your paws. Oink it out.
So was Lizard Man? We never got a real proper ending to him because you didn't see what happened to him.
Maybe they were saving that for the sequel.
Oh yeah. I've got a semi-sequel.
I've got a semi-sequel as well. What do we do with it? What could happen to him? I'll give you a hint of what happens to him.
I see. Well,
Anything.
as far as we're aware, at least
From the end
now,
of the film,
he is just sat in that house still.
he is waiting for Huel to return to sit in the house with him, and they're waiting for Breaking Bad to be over, and hopefully they'll be out free. The two of them together. Huel and Lizard Man.
That's how they should start off Better Call Saul season 3. Just Jules,
Jules
in
sitting
that house
there.
in black and white.
And then cut to Dylan Baker sitting there, and he's just there with Cool magazine with a K, just jerking it.
Yeah.
In the back of a car, listening to a kid who wants ice cream, and that makes him come. I love this film. Discussing it is so
No comic
interesting.
books.
No.
Although there was, I did.
Well, there's some magazines.
But I did spot a superhero like in John Lovitz's apartment.
Where I die,
Yeah,
I come to Superman.
because I saw it in the background. I was like, maybe this is where it comes in. But no.
You would think, what, an hour and 40 minutes into the
Yeah.
film, suddenly... Oh, yeah, also comic books.
Yeah.
What was the comic book? Do you see anything?
It wasn't anything like.
It's of my own design.
Yeah, I think it was.
It's called Johnny the Bitch.
It didn't look recognizable. It looked like an original drawing.
I made it myself. John Lovitz is the star.
See, that's what I thought was going to happen. He was going to be the comic book writer.
And I was Phil Hardman all along. It's fine. I was never mean. Never mean to Andy Dick. He's a good guy. I love him. I don't hate him at all. I am the star of news radio. Ha ha! That's lost on you. That is entirely lost on you. Oh man, you have 5 seasons of news radio and a lot of backstory to catch up on. R.I.P. Phil Hartman. What's the quote? The quote that we both wrote down. I'm interested.
You'll come one day.
I don't think I wrote that one down.
Oh, I thought we wrote that down together.
I do a lot of things together. I don't know. I don't think I wrote that one down. Oh, no, there it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I did. You'll come one day. Sorry. I apologise. It's hidden with all the notes. I thought it was the quote that Helen says, which is, if only it had been raped as a child.
That was, yeah.
She's got a book of poems, and one of them's called Raped at 11, and one of them's called Raped at 12. Do you get it? She wishes she was raped, and there were kids who were being raped by her brother-in-law at that age. Oh, life. It finds a way.
Happiness.
Oh, boy.
Do you know, at the end, when they all toast to happiness, and then the little kid comes in and says, I came. I thought they were going to do it again. I came to happiness. Freeze frame.
But not a real freeze frame, a fake freeze frame. The dog's just running around. It's police squad. So Billy. Little Billy. Little Billy. Sweet little kid.
Yeah.
Who keeps coming up to his father and asking about penis sizes and ejaculation.
I mean, how many times does he have to hint?
Yeah, it's right there on the table, cards out. He knows what his dad wants.
Just
He's
take
giving
the
it to
fucking
him.
hint, Dad. Come on.
Sure, he takes a lot of things. But Billy just wants to come. If that was the title of the film, Todd Solondz is Billy Wants to Come.
Although, oddly enough, he goes up to his dad and asks him all about this, and then his dad goes, would you like me to
Do you want me
teach
to
or
show
help
you?
Show you, that was it. And he goes, no. So now he's playing hard to get. And it's,
Yeah, he's being coy.
Yeah.
He's being cock coy. It's like, what's a good size? It's not about the length, it's about the width. Do you want me to measure mine? Oh, it's good. I bet you got a big one. Oh, such a sweet child. Such an innocent child. He just wants to squeeze one out.
And, of course, we've got Joy, who sleeps with Jared Harris, who I didn't recognise at all.
It's his eyes. It's all in the eyes.
I think I was more taken by the moustache.
He's got a crazy moustache, but I think if you see there, you can really see in the eyes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
There, not so much, but on the side profile here,
Yeah.
it looks like, yeah. That's the Jared Harris we know and love from The Quiet Ones.
Quiet Ones is one I need.
I did the premiere for that. I didn't go and watch the film. You kidding me? Yeah, I'll go and stand and wait around to talk to Jared Harris and Sam Claflin. Fine, I've got nothing better to do today. Cool. Okay. Oh, you want to watch a film? I've got a thing. It's on again tomorrow. Oh, sorry, it's like the whole week. It's immovable, and I'm an unstoppable force. So just can't be done. What happens? We'll find out. J.D. Salinger.
But yeah, so Joy sleeps with Vlad.
Oh no, she's a good person who thinks she has to do good. Her sister's bitch about her, so she goes and works for the immigrant educational department, who the main people are on strike because they want benefits, and she gets called a scab by teachers and students.
Yeah.
In which she meets Vlad, the Russian.
Yeah.
I am Vlad. I am doing accent. Everything is A-okay. Hey, I'm just a wild and crazy guy. Ooh.
When he spots her crying in the street and picks her up and is like, "Oh, I'll drive you home," I was hoping when he got to her home, he'd charge her.
Oh.
She wouldn't have noticed, but he'd put the...
slowly have put the piece on.
Yeah.
Ah, there's only one way to pay. And boy, should
a cup of tea.
Put them on. Put the kettle on, Johnny. It's time for a cup of tea. What do you say, you and me? Whip out your guitar. Sing a song. I'll sing a happy tune. I'll play the pipe. Do you want me to measure it? Yeah, Vlad, who seems to love New Jersey. Obsessed with New Jersey. He's a big fan of Kevin Smith.
Who isn't?
Everybody in the world who isn't Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith's biggest fan, both in terms of size and level of fandom, is Kevin Smith. That's wit. Sorry, that's shit. I apologise. Yeah, that storyline happens.
Yeah.
That's just a thing, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
It feels like fodder.
Yeah.
Just expand things.
It's like the parents.
It's like the parents.
Yeah.
It's kind of unnecessary, which is a shame because Jane Addams is so fucking good.
She is good.
She's always
Yeah.
great, and it just feels like, well, this is just... Oh, she's just running around in circles when she could be doing something amazing. Could you imagine what she could be doing?
What else has she been in?
Have you seen anything?
No.
Well, then you're a sucker for this podcast because you're going to watch a lot of things. She's everywhere. She's one of those character actors who just pops up everywhere.
She does look really like... I was watching her thinking, I'm sure I've seen her on Googling.
You definitely have. It's hard to pick out. I mean, the only thing I can really pick out is Hung, the TV show Hung, which was in there for all 3 seasons. That's an amazing show. It starts off kind of weird. It's about a man who's got a giant penis who uses it for sex and gets paid for it, and becomes a gigolo.
European gigolo?
No, just regular Deuce Bigelow. But it's Tom Jane. American Big Game, I guess, would be the subtitle. It's why it didn't turn into a series named that. It turned into a series named Hung instead. And yeah, she's his pimp. She pimps him out.
I wouldn't have thought of her as a pimp, but...
Well, she's a pimp. She's a lover, she's a child, she's a mother, she's a sinner, she's a saint. She does not feel the same. Is that the song at all?
I think so.
I mean, it's bitch, but yeah, the word bitch is horrible. The word pimp is, well, you know what? I think 50 Cent said it best. You're a motherfucking P-I-M-P. I don't know what you heard about me. Can't get $1 out of me. I don't know the rest of the song, but he's a motherfucking P-I-M-P. And that's how I learned to spell. 50 Cent taught me how to spell.
Was that from an episode of Sesame Street?
That was.
Brought to you by the letter P.
Hey, Big Bird! 50 Cent is here! I love 50 Cent! How's it going? Yeah, how's it going? That's it. I can't do a 50 Cent. I don't know. You can't get it done. I can't. It just sounds wrong.
And what did we learn today, kids? Get rich or die trying.
True fact. True fact. Coming soon? Who saw that film? Who played the game Bulletproof? Starring 50 Cent. Anybody? Anybody? Bueller? So, we haven't actually talked about it. You were starting to talk about it, and then I wanted to cut you off to really get a sense of what the film is. But Lizard Man, and Johnny Grasso. Johnny Grasso.
Yeah.
The kid at the Little League game, he suddenly has an infatuation for and grabs the fence to be like, oh, there's a child. I want that child. I want the bear.
I just love how he just is written out of the screen entirely after he's done. After Lizard Man's done with him.
Gerard Harris just taps him on the shoulder and says, I go now, and that's it. Well, we haven't got there yet. His dad thinks he's gay. And he's
Yeah.
thinking, should I hire a prostitute to teach him to be straight, or is it too late? He's 11. It's like, fine, you know what? Stay over at my kid's house. It'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Stay over my place. Yeah.
That was painful.
That's fine.
Him trying to serve him any food, anything.
I don't like chocolate fudge. What do
Who
you
doesn't like chocolate fudge, though? Seriously.
I mean, after what has put inside of him, he doesn't like chocolate fudge or anything fudge. Can I make you a sandwich? Are you gonna eat the sandwich? Johnny, is the game over yet? Oh. But yeah, you're asking about drugging the family.
Yeah, was he drugging the family? Because
Of course he was.
it looked like it was an accident at one point when she's just like, oh, the kid's just conked out completely, and it was like, oh shit, did he take the wrong bowl?
Oh, because he's been caught, or
Yeah.
he thinks he's getting caught doing it in the sandwich as well.
Yeah.
So he shoves it all in there. Quite a lot. That's a load to take.
As Johnny knows.
Oh, Johnny does know, doesn't he? Doesn't he, Johnny?
Yep.
This is your life story. Is that what you're saying?
Basically.
You're writing a book of poetry about this as well, hoping to get Philip Seymour Hoffman to call you. You're nothing, Johnny. So the kid finally eats the sandwich. It's a big moment. Everyone
Yeah.
put their fist in the air, freeze frame, and then the fists go other places.
I was sort of half expecting it to be shown.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like something more to be shown.
You really thought they would go there somewhere?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Like, I know they wouldn't be able to go completely there, but I thought they were
Sure,
gonna
because child
sort of-
actor laws is
yeah.
definitely not going to happen.
But I thought they were going to hint at it much more than they already had.
Silhouette.
Yeah.
Or just Dylan Baker's face. Yeah, 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 Spider-Man. That's what I assume is what Dylan Baker does every time. And he does it frequently.
I feel sorry for him. He never got to play Lizard.
He doesn't need to play the lizard. Lisa
Yeah, but
fans
he did-
made the role.
He did 3 movies of it and never got to play him.
Oh, don't get me started. As soon as they announced they were changing that up, and I thought, well, Lizard and Vulture were going to be the next one. John Malkovich and Dylan Baker as villains. It'd be great. And then, no, it's getting cancelled. Oh, no, we're building it back up again. First bad guy, the Lizard. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you. That is a spit in the face of Dylan Baker. And I love Dylan Baker. Don't spit in his face. He's the star of Fido with Billy Connolly. Billy Connolly is a butler zombie.
I'm sold.
Well, don't be. It's not as good as it sounds, even though it's got Dylan Baker in, who is great. Yeah, yeah, Spider-Man.
So he deals with Johnny, and then his son tells him about another hit.
Daddy, Rodney Faber's family are out, and they're giving him a babysitter. You mean he's home alone? Does he have any paint cans? How's his door handling ability? Will he put flames everywhere? I've got to ask you one last thing. Does his brother have a tarantula? Excellent. Because I hate spiders. We just cut to, because he's calling up the listings to find out where Rodney Faber lives. Now he knows he's completely alone and ready to pounce. And if he just got there and it became Daniel Stern in Home Alone, he was just trying to enter the house in various different ways, how great would that be? And then obviously the screech he'd make would turn into the screech of and then he'd climax. And he'd be truly happy.
That is happiness.
It is true happiness is to rape a child. That's what we learned.
Yeah.
Although the first time, the second time, kind of guilt stricken. He was happy with Johnny. He didn't feel the same success with Rodney.
Yeah.
Will he ever find true love again? Will any of us?
I did love when the police got there. And he was like, oh, it's about Rodney. Oh, sorry,
Oh.
the other one.
Johnny. Wow. That is, I mean, if it was Seinfeld, they'd freeze on that. Executive producers Jerry Seinfeld and Larry David. Be great. But it does let it is so sitcom made.
Yeah.
It's really nicely done and kind of keeping it. It kind of makes it both digestible and even more sickly because of that.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I did notice it had a sort of
Burbsian kind of sitcom vibe.
but it wasn't as much of an issue this
No,
time.
it was very much a look. Here's your modern America in terms of style.
Yeah.
Thing, but it has different things because it's got this kind of grimy apartment setting as well, and the Florida they live in is set in the 80s.
Yeah,
which is really kind of crazy. The computers they have, the hair they have, the color palette is insane. It's really kind of weird.
Good weird.
Yeah, it's artistic.
Yeah,
it's artistic.
Yeah, no, it's sort of made me want to. I'm more open to Todd Solondz.
Was this completely different to Ween the Dog?
In some ways, yes. In some ways,
tonally.
No. Tonally, it was a tiny bit like Wiener Dog tonally, I'd say.
In terms of the issues it broaches and the way it broaches them?
Not the issues, but just the...
I mean, the level of
the look
taboo. Of it. Oh, the visual stuff?
Yeah, a tiny bit.
Okay.
From what I recall, yeah.
You don't recall much?
Not really.
I don't recall much either because I haven't seen it yet.
When's it out next week?
A couple of weeks ago from recording. Or next week for us human beings and living in the present. We live in the future and the past and everywhere and nowhere.
Can't believe Donald Trump's president.
God damn him. Why did he say he fucking hates the racist people now? He's got everyone eating out of the palm of his hand. He literally put food in the palm of his hand and had E.T. eat it. I was like, that's awful now. You've got E.T. on your side. How are we meant to hate you? E.T. only loves good people. That's his thing. He said, E.T. only loves making America great again. Very strange, very specific. Go back and watch that film with the new Spielberg cut. He's redone it again.
Where he's wearing that red hat.
He's got a truck hat the entire time. Yeah. His finger says a badge that says Pent 2016. Very strange. Very weird. And everyone in police have their guns replaced by walkie-talkies. Now their guns are always going off of black people. The 2016 cut is really socially conscious. Hashtag ET matters. It's fine. No one's going to listen to this and be offended because we're talking about fucking happiness.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're offended by that, you've got a long way through talking about cum and children rape. So
there aren't many people you could make watch this, though, are there?
No, my parents certainly won't.
No matter how many times you try.
Oh man, I said after Shame, like it turned around and go, great, now let's watch Happiness. They were crying. They disowned me for a long while. They tried to adopt Michael Fassbender because they saw how great he was.
Human tripod Michael Fassbender.
Oh my god. Do you know what? He would measure it.
It wouldn't be long enough.
Oh man, but it's not about the length, it's about the girth.
Yeah.
Michael Girth. That's his middle name. Girth is his middle name. Michael Girth Fassbender. Yeah, no, there's not many people I would ever show this film to. I feel like I'm trying to send a message to you here. It's you're with me now.
Don't know what it says
Johnny.
about our friendship that we're at that place where you can show this to me and I'm not fazed by it.
That's basically because I want to show you how nice Philip Seymour Hoffman is, so that when I do my phone calls later on, you understand. We have to get to him.
Yeah.
Because we haven't got to him shooting on the wall and then using it to glue up.
Yeah.
It's
using it as wallpaper.
5 uses for jism in this film.
Glue, basically.
It's sticky. It works. That's fine.
If only he'd fed it to a dog, though.
Oh, man.
All those starving dogs in the world.
It could shit out a baby. A Philip Seymour Hoffman hybrid. Oh, woof and stuff. I'm gonna make you fucking woof. That is Philip Seymour Hoffman as a dog. You're welcome, world. I did it. I brought him back to life. And this time as a puppy. Isn't he adorable? Can't you touch him? Don't touch him. He will want it. He'll want it so much. He'll keep calling you at night, barking on the top of his roof, telling you he's going to make you come out of your ears.
His plot was interesting. I felt like it needed something more to happen to it.
It's so nice.
It rounded off nicely.
It's so nice.
Yeah.
He's such a weird person.
Yeah.
And yet he finds true acceptable platonic love.
Yeah, no, that the end of it was nice. It was really sweet.
Christine, the neighbour,
Yeah.
who wants to tell him all about the doorman who died and his penis was severed.
Yeah, that took a dark turn.
Yeah, that took a dark turn after being told about the doorman who was murdered. It got dark after that.
Well, I mean, that particular plot took a dark turn.
Yes.
Like, when she was just like, oh yeah, I killed him. He's still in my freezer.
I'm doing it bit by bit. But come over sometime. I don't like sex. I know, at one point he falls over, drunk,
Yeah.
and you hear him mumbling, I need pussy, I need pussy. It's in there.
Is
I
it?
wrote it down. I heard him crowing that. I don't know if that was an improv or he was actually drunk and he was just explaining to someone what his rider says, that he needs a rider. Thank you.
But no, that was a really sweet storyline.
Oh, they're all out of love. They're so lost without you. They knew you were right.
The music is good in this, actually.
Barry Manilow singing just as Vlad and Joy pull up to her house. It's such a strange. We think, well, so someone signed off for that. So someone told Barry Manilow the story of the film, and he said, "Yep, I'm okay with that. Put my music on that. That's cool."
Do they need to be told the story?
They kind of, their context. You need some context. So a lot of artists will want to know what their film is, so they can go, "Okay, I'm okay with that being used in this context or within this story." Because you don't want it to be, you know, the story of how good Trump is and suddenly Freddie Mercury's playing. That would be, could you imagine?
We'd never see it happen.
I can make it happen. I can make Freddie Mercury great again. And REM at the end as well. Nice bit of REM
Yeah.
to round off the credits. Who doesn't love REM? Johnny.
I know what I am.
Wow. Name me one of the band members.
R.
Wow. And the other one?
E.
And the other one?
M.
Nice. All three. Really good. Close. It's R with an A. A-R-R-E. With an E-E-I-E.
Right.
Yeah, I know. The I is silent, obviously. And M-E-M. Yeah, the M is silent in that one. It's very strange. It's a Flemish pronunciation of that one. So you've really got to go back and look into the history of Germanic culture. Do you want to do it right now?
Could do.
Okay, let's go and look. No, sorry. Had to cut about 45 minutes of recording on that one. Back to happiness, I guess. So, at the end of everything,
yeah.
6 months later,
Yeah.
now you're jerking on the walls and you're very
Took him
happy.
6 months to figure it out.
Oh, Johnny, how long did it take you?
I can't remember now.
You got lost.
Now we know
Because you stopped focusing on everything else. It's like, it's going to happen. One day, I'm just going to keep going for a while.
Now we know the true reason you made me watch this film, so that you could ask me these sort of questions.
If I can get it down. I'm recording. This is a police investigation, Johnny. How long did it take you to come? At the end of the day, Johnny, I have to ask you. Are you mad about this movie? Are you movie mad?
I'm not movie mad, but it is probably the most, the best one yet of the recordings of podcasts we've done.
Of the 3 episodes?
Yeah. It
beats the mechanic and it beats the burbs.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure Todd Solondz is happy with that.
Yeah.
Because 3 people told him it was brilliant, and 1 person said it was unmissable. 2 people said it was unmissable. So, you know.
Yeah.
Johnny says it's better than the other 2 films.
Yeah, it's better than the Burbs and the Mechanic. You heard it here
Would
first.
you watch it again?
I would, but it would take me a while.
And would you ever think, yeah,
6
I'll go and
months.
see... Always takes me 6 months as well. Would you think, yeah, I'll go and see what happens to the characters later on?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You were down for that?
Yeah, definitely.
Would
I'd
you-
rather do that right now.
Wow. I think we'll wait for 6 months.
That would be a... Is it set 6 months after?
I don't know when.
Could be.
I don't think so.
But yeah, no, definitely, I'm up for it.
No, Life During Wartime is now coming soon. Just like Billy. Right, Johnny, where can we find you on social media and various places in real life where you might be, I don't know, using post-it notes for your own advantage?
I'm on Twitter as movie_mad.
Ah, that sounds like a convenient title.
Yeah.
I wish we'd take
I'm
that for the
also on
podcast.
Instagram as movie_mad
Are you
with
doing
no
stories?
underscore.
Are you doing stories on that one?
No, I haven't even looked into that.
Oh, they're now there. It's a thing. I don't know what it means. I'm young, but I'm not that young. I feel old already.
And where can people find you?
Usually in the back of a bar, drinking a pint and growing a beard and complaining about V for Vendetta with a rich Lancashire accent sometimes, and sometimes have a Somerset accent. I change it up to see if anyone can understand. I worship a snake. Also, I'm at Ethan Runt on Twitter, and that's all you ever need to know. Never find me. Never talk to me. Go up to me once, and I will do terrible things to you, like Christine does in this film. You'll be slowly taken out of my freezer in baggies. But I'll let you have your way with me first, obviously. I want true happiness. I want to measure it. So, do you want to clue everyone into what we're going to do next week? Have you got any ideas of how to do this? Because last time you outwardly said, and we don't want that again.
All right. I've got. Hold on. Well, the next week's film will be a bit warm, so you'll need some aircon.
I don't understand what you mean.
Well, it will be a bit of a warm film.
Are you saying it's going to get hot and heavy?
Yeah.
Are you saying that we might need to, I don't know, book a ticket on the most eloquent flight system you'll ever know? Are you saying that maybe, but despite all our rage, we're all just Nicolas Cage?
Maybe.
If I know what that could possibly mean, I'm definitely sure there's nothing in there that tells you what it is. Next time. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Bye.
Are You Movie Mad is part of the Podnose Network, the UK's leading independent entertainment podcasting network, produced and edited by Andrew Jones, executive producer George Grimwood. To find out more about Podnose's network, go to www.podnose.com.